I can see
Just
that.
to sprinkle a little bit of toughness on them.
You know what? Fire Rod was their go mode weapon. Let's see them start with that Fire Rod as we get started here.
Oh, that would be a good troll.
And Magic Cake can pass through the barrier. That would have that came into play actually. That was how they would get to Aga. And starting with money.
You know, knowing that information might be important because that might be something that a new runner might not think about. That the Magic Cape does get you through the barrier.
Yes, it's not used in vanilla because you actually get the cape after you defeat Agahnim. But for the possibility of getting the cape before, it's actually possible. And we have a quick map check there. I quickly saw Desert was appended. I think we saw a red crystal in Eastern.
That is correct. Red crystal in Eastern, and Hera was a crystal, and we have a bow.
We have a bow start, and with anything that requires ammunition, be it magic, bombs, or arrows, you're given a full quiver. And we also have the mirror to start off. Wow, this is going to be a jet escape.
Oh, man. Yeah, but they can't really use the mirror right now.
I think they can, actually.
They can use the mirror to take Princess Zelda to the beginning of this area?
Yeah. They can warp right to that front door they just passed through.
Oh, wow.
Saves them about a minute.
It sure does.
And there's a bomb for both runners.
Excellent.
So they're going to be able to get through this escape relatively quickly.
Wow, so this is going to be a jet escape, because the bow just clears these enemies out really fast.
Yep, and there is our map. Yeah, this is a very generous escape. Not much to talk about, really.
Well, we can talk about the fact that if the seed is starting generous, it's probably gonna run out of generosity very fast.
Yeah, there's always the chance of a troll, and well, we have flippers there. That's not gonna troll them anymore, unless they need to do Houlihan for money that badly.
Yeah, that would be bad.
But there's other ways to set up Houlihan. And I'm pretty sure they'll get more than enough money to seed, regardless.
Yeah, you generally don't need to worry about the Houlihan. Just in case anyone is watching that doesn't know what the Houlihan is, it's a secret room that has 220, I believe, rupees.
225, yeah. And is also named after a Nintendo Power contest winner named Chris Houlihan. It was meant to be introduced into the game normally, but instead it was a failsafe room.
Yeah, it was introduced in case the game didn't know where to put you. If you glitched out, it would put you there.
And in the randomizer, we actually use that to enshrine our winners. Currently, the only one sitting there is AJ Neb. But whoever wins this tournament will be enshrined there as well.
Or we'll see AJ Neb there twice.
Third time, actually. He's also there for the fall.
Yeah.
Blue mail, but in that crossroads chest, so already have half defense. We'll make a few things fairly easier, including those the crabs rather, on the way to the Ice Rod Cave.
Ooh, yeah. Going through Ice Rod Cave with just a green tunic can be very painful because one hit of the crab gives you 2 hearts of damage.
Yeah, and can we talk real quick about that nice snipe TGH pulled off? Managed to kill the rat fairly quickly. eLmaGus had to chase it down. And
yeah, sometimes the rat RNG is really bad.
And,
wow, okay.
Okay, they don't need money. They're set.
Oh, too bad for a TGH there. If all of the rats were just congregated at the door, there's no way of avoiding that.
Yes, and let's see what this last item is. It has to be an item, and it is a piece of heart.
Just a piece of heart. An interesting note that escape normally takes about 6 minutes, and with all of the bow and the mirror, they both got under 5. So they definitely, like you were saying before, saved 1 whole minute.
Yeah, and it's that walk back from Zelda Cell to escape. Now, something else to note. Our tracker, shoutouts to our tracker, I believe it's Oddwalls.
Yep.
They managed to get the information we didn't, and Hera is a normal crystal. And just a big 20 in mushroom. TJ is gonna pick that up. Just a little extra money to help them with Sora.
Yeah, eLmaGus only needs 60 rupees. TGH needs 40, so that's pretty good. And there's their first full heart, which is very helpful, especially once they need to get into the Dark World. Oh, a nice bomb drop from the tree pole.
Yeah, 8 bombs. Very nice find.
So there's a difference. TGH is going to have to buy bombs now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of routing divergence here. It's gonna be not as clean for TGH because of that, but finds a sword.
What? Wow.
So there's a sword in the bar, so eLmaGus will be picking that up. Both runners will be cleaning Kakariko of its 13 items. 14 if they can find a bottle was one of them. And we have Boomerang and Bombos in Blind's house.
We'll see if Bombos turns out to be important once we're able to see what the medallions are for Misery Mire and Turtle Rock.
And eLmaGus, it's a 4th heart piece, has now 5 hearts. Chicken House, meanwhile, on TGH. And hey, it's a shield. Yay.
Well, at least they have some defense.
Yeah, I prefer the fire shield overall. But a little defense doesn't hurt. Mirror shield, though, is way too much. You don't need that.
Yeah, the fire shield is kind of good for blocking some of the fire shots.
It's really good against blind, really, if you get off script. And a lot more money here in the well, 300. Nothing else really noteworthy, though.
Well, another heart piece, or full heart container. So I think we've seen everything now that's been in Thieves Town.
Yeah, both runners are now just going to double back over their item checks here. So now we're going to see eLmaGus here check the library as well as the race game. Let's see if there's anything good there.
Yeah, we'll at least be able to tell if there's anything on the library ledge to see if boots are required or not. Just a piece of heart. So I'm going to go and say they're going to skip that.
Yeah, that's a safe bet. Race game, eLmaGus is just going to go check and not even blind check pull it. It's...
Oh, okay.
Just money.
Yeah. So now they have the South Shore checks. 2 items in the dam area and 5 items in Mini Moldorm Cave. And if they so choose to go all the way to Ice Rod Cave, then there'll be 1 item back there waiting for them.
And they can also route in with this as well. The Waterfall Cave, Hobo, and I check on Lake Hylia and Zora's Domain.
That is absolutely true, because of the flippers, those are in logic.
Yeah, so get ready, folks. A lot of item checks coming our way, and we have a Quake medallion in the dam.
We are 66%. medallions. Oh, I don't even know what I'm saying. Not required. 66% chance that we are ready to get into Turtle Rock or Misery Mire with those medallions.
And we found the magic cape.
You know what that means.
Lamp for Aga 1.
Oh. Or Bumper Cave.
Bumper Cave too. But that's a nice invincibility item to have, but having it early makes Agahnim very likely. But last time, it was actually a fake out. So, let's see if it's one this time. And a nice snipe from eLmaGus, sniping that mini Molder from across the room.
That's tough, because those mini Moldorms, they go everywhere. So there's a red boomerang, some blue goo, some red goo, what?
The flute!
Oh my god! And the flute! And he's just gonna nope right out. He's gonna go right over there. We're gonna get our Swag Duck Anthem 11 minutes into this seed.
Not only that, with the flute, can now check the upper parts of the mountain, including Hera, which is a crystal.
Oh, yeah. That is absolutely right. With the mirror, this is amazing.
Now, he can't full clear the dungeon, because there is a chance that it is lamp locked, or fire source locked in general.
That is true.
But it's relatively quick, and you get that same quit point, which allows you to get basically the flute, get up and out of the flute spots faster.
Oh, and the other thing is they're gonna check Sick Kid as well.
Yeah, might as well do it while you're in the area.
Yeah.
They're set in terms of safeties, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, definitely. The only thing they'd be missing is a net. Which would be hilarious if Sick Kid gives a net.
No, it gives you Master
Whoa.
Sword!
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's close to Agahnim required again. Having a Master Sword? I don't know.
And we're seeing eLmaGus now heading over to do the flavor checks, ignoring Ice Red Cave for the time being. Oh, he's not even going to check the Lake or Hobo. He's going straight to the domain.
I guess this is where the breadcrumbs are leading him.
Yeah, makes sense. There's a lot more items here than there are on the lake.
Oh!
And there is the lamp. Aga is now alive.
Yep. Oh no.
But we don't have the Moon Pearl yet.
Oh my god! There's a tempered sword just on the floating island.
Oh, the Lake Hylian Island? Wow.
Lake Hylian Island, yes.
And we saw it. I'll count it. We have the single arrow there on the Zora ledge. I don't think eLmaGus is going to go out of his way to pick him up. Words.
Words are hard.
Yeah, they are. Hobo, what do you got for us?
Just a blue rupee, that's it.
Pocket change, which it was kind of fitting, I think.
Better than what Zora has.
I mean, those are pristine arrows. You just have to get the silver arrowheads for them.
Oh, true. Oh, man. So they could, if they wanted to, check Agahnim and Ice Rod Cave. And, oh, right. They're going to go back here and check the Tower Hera area as well.
Yep, and TGH now with that lamp.
Yeah.
There's quite a few items available to them here. They have both items in Spectacle Rock. They have this old man, which again is also good just to have the save and quit point. And then they also have the Tower Hera, which they can now full clear without any sort of risk.
Oh yeah, yeah, because now that they do have the lamp, they do have access to the basement area. 2 potential items in Hera.
And there's still the potential little 6 over in the eastern area, because we can also now do a full clear of Eastern Palace.
Yeah, absolutely. But they still are missing a hammer, a Moon Pearl, the lift upgrade.
Yeah, it's looking likely that it's going to be an Agassi, but there's in this instance, I would not gamble it. I would just wait and check to see all of what is possible.
Yeah, there's still too many locations to check.
And with
Alright,
that
so
left in hand, TGH is going to start with Eastern Palace.
Yep.
Or at least the Eastern area. Darkhold map check. Crystal 5, Turtle Rock, and I saw our pendants at Mire and Swamp. Swamp being the green pendant.
Ooh, Green Pendant Swamp.
Yeah, that one's not going to be a nice one to do. Alright, Baxter House has the shovel and ether, so we have all 3 medallions.
Awesome. So our medallions are not going to be trolls today.
And we have the
However,
Sorry, go.
however, the glove, the hammer, the moon pearl, all of those things are very mysteriously missing from this seed.
Yeah, we'll find them eventually, but like I was saying, eLmaGus find the big key there, so even if he went here first, the only thing he would have missed is potentially a second item in the basement. And we are seeing Eastern now on TGH's, and there are 3 items here versus 2 in Hera.
Nothing was in the back of Sahasrala's closet.
Well, except the shovel, which we haven't checked yet.
Oh, right, the shovel. That's important.
And I believe we found our first item there on eLmaGus, and I think it was just a bomb.
Yeah, it was 3 bombs.
And it looks like he's setting up for... This is actually a very clever setup here. He's using 1 bomb to put himself in the right pixel. Very nicely done.
I love it.
And waiting for the fire because he is low on health. Really low on health, but...
Oh my god! A fairy drop! That was definitely needed.
That was clutch. And did he actually throw the orange switch? He did not, so he doesn't have access to these pots that all have hearts under them.
Well, that fairy drop was a godsend then for him. Wow.
Indeed. Oh!
Oh, what?
Boulder!
No!
Boulder body check. Boulder has learned to edge guard. Must be a smash player.
Oh, man.
And there is the fire shield in Eastern Palace.
I believe that's only the first item.
I believe so. That is the case, yes.
Yeah, because there was Master's... Oh my god, there's Canis Maria.
Alright, Canis Maria. That
one more item.
It doesn't do much, but it's there. Hookshot though for eLmaGus!
Yes,
That is
awesome.
huge. That is huge because that unlocks Paradox Cave.
Yes. That gets more items. That's what, 7 items back there. Oh, 7 items and Spiral Cave.
Yes.
Holy moly. I don't even know who to look at right now.
Well, TGH is going to be checking this last chest here before heading over to Armos.
Wow, so eLmaGus has their first crystal. With Eastern Palace also being a crystal, TGH is going to be having one as well, which will be a red one. Still, they have these items, but no moon pearl, no hammer, no glove upgrade.
Boots have been found.
Oh no, there's the boots.
Now
so they're finding everything except Dark World access.
You know what those boots tell me though? We could have the moon pearl on Lumberjack Cave.
Oh yeah, they haven't checked.
Never mind.
Oh, never mind. Okay. But like gloves could be there.
Yeah, gloves could be there. Our hammer could be there. And no reason not to check at this point either. eLmaGus not getting the bomb jump. And this should be a nice quick kill setup. It is for TGH. 5 shots this way. and then shooting straight down, advancing slightly to minimize the lag between arrows. Our resist goes down, gets the map, and the red crystal. Very well executed.
Yeah, that was textbook right there.
Yes, once again, these runners, no stranger to energy experience, no stranger to energy execution. That was pretty textbook in terms of NMG, I would say.
Oh, wow. So let's... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say my dream of potentially not having proper Dark World access without having the hammer. Having to do waterfall... Or not waterfall fairy. Pyramid fairy without the hammer. Because it happened once. It happened in one of the very first rounds of this tournament.
Why did you mention that? I actually commentated one of those in the last rounds of Swiss.
Oh man, it was brutal though. Like they had no hammer, so they had to walk all the way around the whole map of Hyrule without the hammer. Luckily they had the mirror. Luckily they had already completed Agahnim.
Alright, well, Bonk Rocks has just a bizarre first. There's a mushroom, on the desert ledge, though. That's interesting. But we're also going to see Agahnim here.
Have we seen the Ice Rod Cave?
No, we haven't.
We have not.
Or if we have, I missed it on TGH's end. And eLmaGus is checking Lumberjack Cave, having all the necessary items for it. What is there?
Oh, just a heart container.
Star container. But with that heart piece there... Okay, there's only one instance I can think of that this is an Aga receipt, and that is specifically if we find both of the items we need at the dig spot and at Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah. What are the chances
But
of
Ice
that?
Rod, according to chat, was a heart container. So...
Oh.
This... Unless there is progression locked behind the shovel that leads you into, like, desert or something...
True, yeah.
This is... Aga required.
Yeah, if there happens to be a book, then that would get access to Desert Palace. But chances are, we're looking at Agahnim.
Yeah,
going face to face.
Last team was a Fago. This time it's the real deal.
Alright, so I think eLmaGus is probably going to be the first to go over there and discover his fate.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because Eastern Palace is a quick run through, whereas TGH has Tower of Hera and all of East Death Mountain to check.
Yes, but we still... It's basically that shovel has to have the book, I think, and that's it. Nothing else will prevent this from being an Agassi.
That's it, right. Absolutely.
So, odds are, once eLmaGus is done here, he's just going to go straight up the map. Straight up to fight the wizard. Although it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to check the shovel, flute to 4, and then go up. Just real quick, do that last check.
True, yeah. Yeah, definitely having the flute and the mirror really helps with routing and going places fast. Along with the boots, of course.
And looking at the 5 and 6 here, unfortunately, your dream of having the hammer at Pyramid Fairy is not going to happen. We have Turtle Rock as our 5-6, of course.
Yeah.
Kind of need that to even open Turtle Rock to begin with.
That's
TGH
exactly right.
TJ's going with a slightly different strategy there to get across the pit there. Using the spin strat, which, if I recall right, you just pull back. When you enter with a spin, you pull back, and when you release, you're on the pixel you need to be on.
Yeah, it's definitely fascinating to see the different strategies that exist when you don't have the boots.
And TGH took about an extra second here to make sure that he has those recovery hearts available to him in case the Moldorm goes south.
You know, I think eLmaGus just skipped out doing the back half of Eastern Palace.
Gambling that the last item is back here. We know it's not. And we know, but at the same time, we also know that one item is not required. It is just, I think, a piece of heart or booster. I forget which.
Oh, there's that fairy. Oh, and eLmaGus is not picking up the fairy. Living life on the wild side, I guess.
Oh, I mean, it's Armos Knights. Actually, Chad is pointing out to us, Fairy's just straight up dead except for Silver's. There can be no progression there.
Yeah, it wouldn't be anything.
And there are the boots for TGH. eLmaGus is fluting to aid. Gonna check the ice red cave. We know this is just a heart container. At the very least, they have the means to make this a fairly easy Aga climb.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They have the bow to optionally. They can also do use Quake actually to turn the guards into slimes, and
that's always fun.
And that reduces their health to 1 HP. And we're talking about the 2 ball and chain guards there.
Oh, that's cool.
But they could also just do a single spin attack with the Master Sword, which can double hit. And there's a floating island check. It's just 20 rupees. eLmaGus is starting to check his one-offs. Being defined to the end that this is Aga.
There I have it.
It could still be Shovel, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to check Shovel.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's a fast check.
Fast check, and he can flute over back to 4 and get right on course for Aga. Ooh.
Oh, that's too bad.
That was a bush bonk. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Bush bonks suck.
A little trouble in the menuing, and it's half magic. Okay.
Still, kind of helpful to have half magic.
It is indeed. Will allow liberal use of the medallions, but there is no way out of this. This is an Aga seed.
eLmaGus is doing everything to avoid this seed.
Yeah, it looks like both runners will eventually meet. Actually, TGH is going to go straight there. He's not gambling in the shovel.
No, because TGH knows that there's at least 2 things missing. So with 2 items missing, like, it has to be a seed that's Agahnim.
Yeah, he's playing the safe bet, to which I can appreciate.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, here we have it, folks.
Yep, and it's going to be the bow strats for these 2 guards, along with a spin. And there's that double spin like I was mentioning. Both runners now in
Castle Tower.
Although eLmaGus is still working his way there. So I wanted to talk real quick about the Aga fight we're about to see. It's going to be a little similar to the Aga 2 fight we saw in Game 1 with there's a couple exceptions. First up, it is cycle-based. There will be one guaranteed orange shot in there, and Agahnim will, of course, have no clones. It'll just be him. Afterwards, he'll fire 3 more shots, one of which could be an orange shot, one of them can be a blue shot, which he cannot reflect. And then, after any combination of 4, including that first free orange, he'll shoot lightning down across the room in random directions. It's decided on the frame, too, so can't predict it, just hide next to him. After which, the cycle resets. The question is, how many of those blue shots we're going to have?
My guess is 2. And the interesting thing about this is normally if you're playing the vanilla game, the vanilla version of this game, it is RNG, so it's completely random. So the seeds would not be equal. However, it is, because it's the exact same seed, this time both of these runners will get the same number of blue balls.
That's right, and Agahnim will even be in the same position. This is mainly to promote fairness in the race.
Yeah, exactly.
Aga 2 and Ganon even has a similar logic, although if you fall at Ganon, in that initial pattern is lost.
It's interesting.
And yes, 15 is the maximum, having only the single guaranteed shots. We ideally want to see a 2-cycle Ganon, or Agahnim. Alright, here we go. First shot was, of course, the guaranteed orange. Second shot, another orange. Third shot was an orange, alright. Fourth shot, wow! Alright, so this is a minimum 3 cycle. Or maximum 3 cycle now. There's no hit 4, that's guaranteed. Or let us hit 5, rather.
Yeah, there's 6 in total.
Alright, so maximum 3 ball. There's one of the blue shots.
And there it is. 1 blue ball.
And TGH is dancing along with Aga. That is kind of cool. Alright, so what's here on the pyramid as we now have Dark World access?
Oh,
Just
okay.
20 rupees. Nothing we need just yet.
Wait, so are they gonna go to pod or? Okay, looks like they're gonna check catfish.
This looks actually like a Village of Outcasts play. Yeah, he's gonna swim up to this dock and double back around to use the hook shot. Because he has no glove to reach catfish.
Oh, right, true. Does he realize this, though?
No, he
Oops.
doesn't.
Same mistake as I made.
Slight mistake, but he's going to course trick now and use the hook shot like I just said. Get across this gap and be on his way to Village of Outcasts. eLmaGus making a similar routing as well.
Neither one of these runners is opting to go to Palace of Darkness right now.
Well, we're going to see King's Doom here from TGH. Let's see what we got here as eLmaGus is making his way around to check. It's just a heart piece. I can kind of see why they're avoiding Palace of Darkness. They're going to wait for Hammer, I think. Just so that they can get over there quickly and finish it off.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course, for all we know, Hammer could be in there. But there's a Power Glove, so
Okay.
nice find there.
Yeah, that Power Glove had to be somewhere pretty close by, Because it locks up a lot of areas.
So now if TGH so chooses, he could double back and go check Catfish, although that routing is very unappealing right now.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be very happy for that one.
It's actually just unappealing in general because it's going to be isolated as a result of this. Alright, Bumper what do you got for us?
Nothing of interest.
No.
And TGH is going to check our lumberjacks to see if anything was important here.
We already saw this. It was a heart container.
TGH doesn't know that, though.
He does not, but
No.
we do.
Yeah. Oh, is eLmaGus going to go back to Catfish? Yes.
He's already checked the Zorda main area to its completion, so this is a very isolated check. I really do like this play. He's not leaving this alone.
He's leaving no stone unturned.
He kind of has to. He's in do or die mode at this point. He
Yeah.
has to win this race to stay alive in the tournament. And even then, that just forces a game 3. Which, for those just tuning in, will be preceding this race if that comes down to it.
Darn.
Arrows.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're seeing Skull Woods play. It looks like TJ didn't check the front half.
No, he just went right to the back. It's been something that has been done quite frequently, actually.
So now we know TGH won't be punished too badly by his skip of the Catfish. But if it comes down to an ice rod hunt, could go waste time going over there to check.
Sure enough, yeah.
And there's an item there. Let's go. It's just 20 rupees. He'll have to drop down into the compass chest room, or at least nearby, in order to check the remaining chests here, and that he can. Meanwhile, eLmaGus is catching up slightly. And nothing good in Skull Woods. It's fire rod locked.
That sucks. There's still one item back in the back, though.
Yes. That item, of course, is still, like I said, is fire rod locked, but there is still one item left. Sea House not paying out for us too much. I made an accidental pun. Oh well.
Oh well. They're looking for ice rod, fire rod, a lift upgrade, and a hammer at this point.
Yep.
We've seen the mushroom. We don't know where it leads to. The mushroom is on a desert ledge.
Yeah, we don't have any means of reaching it just yet. We still need
Nope.
the book or another lift upgrade.
Yep.
Alright, chest game for both runners at the same time.
Oh, just a better be.
Just getting a single individual resource as their other pull. And this looks to be a Thieves Town dip for eLmaGus. Cannot technically full clear this if the hammer is required, but we shall see.
Oh, is that the fire rod?
I couldn't tell.
I'm pretty sure that was the fire rod. It was one of the rods anyway, so that's half of the battle. Oh, ice rod. No, that's the fire rod.
Yeah, it's fire rod. I couldn't tell because of the slightly muted palette from eLmaGus' capture card. But a very nice find. That's not a nice find, though.
No, the single rupee? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so fire rod, not on pedestal.
Nope. And both runners now having it means TGH's initial dip to Skull Woods kind of cost him a couple of minutes, but not too much time, I feel.
Sure, yeah. Just a little extra double back, I guess.
Yeah, eLmaGus will most likely make up that time checking it himself. Although that fire rod could matter a lot more significantly than we think. Because of the half magic. Although, now that I think about it, both runners have the bombs down, so it's not going to matter too much. And that's a nice Hellway dash there.
Wow, that was perfect pixel right there. Amazing.
Yeah. It is easy enough to tell if you got it, but so hard to line up with that right pixel.
And then I think you have to go up against the RNG of the anti-fairies as well, right?
I think those gas enemies also have a
Yeah.
fair bit of RNG to them. Yeah. All right, so here we go with. All right, that was third item, and we have yet to find the small key, so they don't have to worry about the hammer. But the hammer cannot be unblind
No.
because the key logic here expects you to have all 3 keys. So if this leads like to desert, then the hammer can't be a desert. I don't think.
Why?
Well, like I said, technically, whatever item is on blind is hammer locked because of the key logic.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
And
Just
yeah,
bombs.
It's just bombs. And both runners having a very nice blind fight there. Alright, so we're seeing eLmaGus now going into Skull Woods. This is one of our 5-6 crystals.
No. That's just what Mothula looks like on our picture.
Oh, you're right.
Don't worry, I've done that before too.
My mistake! I was about to make one of them sooner or later.
Yeah, our 5-6 crystals are Eastern Palace and Turtle Rock.
Alright. Alright, so I want to see if the book. I want to see the book here in the back half of Skull Woods, as both runners are now checking it. Someone is asking why was Aga required? As I call it, Instance 2. No Dark World access. As besides through him.
So Mothula is holding an item. We'll find out in a few moments what that item is.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty much a day and night fight here for these two. eLmaGus can spam Fire Rod to its heart's content, whereas TGH has to be fairly careful with his Fire Rod shots.
Also, eLmaGus is working very hard to get a key that he doesn't need.
Oh, he might. I think he went to the back half first, so this will clean up his. He thinks he'll need that to clean up his routing, and
Oh, maybe.
nope.
Yeah.
And it's in the front half. Locked
What,
in
the
back
item?
half. Yes, because it's locked in the big chest. Monkey had the key.
Oh, man, okay. Man. Mothula, you're such a troll.
Yeah, Skullwiz is a troll in general sometimes. But at least the checks are fast.
That is true.
Alright, Big Chest, what do you have for us today? TJ sitting of another bomb jump?
Just a piece of heart, eh?
That was a heart container. Woff, why couldn't you just have it on yourself? Why'd you have to lock it in the chest?
That's terrible.
TGA is now heading southward to do... I believe this will be the Digging Game, Stumpy, Cave South of Grove, and Hype Cave. And maybe a dip into Swamp? Just to see if it's one of those trolley first chest is hammer seeds. 10 digs for 50 rupees. Not bad. Not a great item, but not a bad RNG.
Yeah, you don't want to spend too much time at the digging game, so 50 rupees isn't too bad.
Yeah. eLmaGus is now heading there. Cave South Grove cannot be there. Jumpy not having anything noteworthy either, so we'll see TGH giving his half magic here. Just streamlining all of his checks at this point.
Yeah, and it looked like we had another 50 rupees in this Mire cave.
Yeah, I did mention that. Alright, so here we go. How hype is Hype Cave? Will it live up to its legacy or its more recent reputation? Let's find out. Today in Hype Cave, for this seed, we have 50 rupees. The Titan's Mitt!
Awesome, okay.
Heart container, a piece of heart, which she gave him a full heart container, and another piece of heart. So, I'd say 4 out of 10.
Titan's mitts are pretty important to get through quite a bit of it.
Yeah, okay. I'll raise it. I'll say it's like a 6.
6 is pretty average.
And TGH, with this routing, is also going to get the Tempered Sword, so nice sense of play there.
Definitely.
Could even actually route into Ice Palace if he so chooses.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering if that's what was going to happen.
But no, he's going to get some information on the Mire locations real quick. And this is... We'll let him get that mushroom as well. Oh, I guess we don't need to see what medallion. He doesn't need to see the medallion for Mire, rather. We know that we have it, so...
True, yeah. And also, with it being a pendant, it's not necessarily a dip that they're going to want to do right now.
Also, I completely forgot, there is a hammer requirement to beat Ice Palace.
Ooh, yeah! That is true. I've done that before. Gone through Ice Palace without the hammer.
Hammer could be in there, though.
Ooh,
There is the off chance. Alright, what's on the torch here? Desert. It's just the map, so we're not boots locked here, at least. It's find the hammer, find the ice rod, and get going at this point. Question now is, where are those two items?
Yeah. I can't believe that the hammer is the item that's trolling them right now.
I've seen it before. I've even seen that one chest in Swamp have that hammer. I should know, I've actually played a seed that had a this hammer in Swamp. It's existed as early as, I think, version 22.
That's just painful.
It really is. It's literally the last place most runners look.
Ooh,
But there
silvers.
Yeah, there we go. Silver arrows found, so that just kills the Pyramid Fairy outright.
Uh-huh.
And in terms of pet hype, it can only be the Ice Rod or something leading to it. And with the Titan's Myths as well, we have the access to the full Smith Flip, including Magic Bat. However, in this case, you would have to sacrifice your portal for Magic Bat. Not exactly ideal, but with the fake powder, that would be worthwhile. And check out our cave was checked real quick. Nothing there that caught his eye, so moving on. It looks like eLmaGus is going to start the Smith Loop here.
Yeah, I would say that is probably his plan right now. Meanwhile, TGH is beating up our wonderful Lamulus to get red mail. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Not what he's looking for, but still good to have a little bit of extra barrier against our wonderful Ganon friend later.
Yeah, and something to note, energy runners usually have 14 hearts, or 13 if they're gambling not taking the sand card for the safety. So with red mail, must be feeling super safe right now, like he's not gonna die.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they even get bottles in the NMG run for any percent.
Nope, no bottles, no mail, just red or just green mail. TGH is gonna hand in the mushroom.
Alright, so we're not gonna see... eLmaGus is gonna check fake powder!
Oh, excellent. Okay.
So one way or the other, we're gonna get information here. Mushrooms just for a big 20. However, that's a lot of magic to burn through, unfortunately.
Yeah, having half magic.
But here you go, fake powder.
Very well. Very well executed.
It's also just for 20 rupees, so mushroom is not the answer to the seed.
That is definitely too bad.
What might be the answer? What might be the answer, though, is Dark Death Mountain, as we see TGH about to start checking it.
Oh, yes.
The only thing he does not have access to on the Dark Mountain is Spike Cave and Ether. But he can check everything else. And Purple Chest is only for 10 arrows.
Wow, this is becoming another interesting quest to find whatever their next item is going to be. Well, it's got to be hammer. Like, finding the ice rod isn't overly helpful right now.
It's got to be hammer, and unless it's here in Hookshot Cave, it has to be in a hammer-locked dungeon. So
That just Sucks.
So I'm going to ask you this. If it is a hammerlock dungeon, let's just wait here for a moment for TJ to grab these items. One item left here in Hookshot Cave. And it's just an air booster. So, if it's going to be a hammerlock dungeon, so which dungeon would you check?
I would check Palace of Darkness.
I would agree with that completely. It's the most item-dense dungeon to have. And you can get everything except for the boss.
Exactly. You'd be able to pick up everything. TGH is going to go into Mire, it looks like.
Can full clear it. There are 2 items here.
Yep.
And in the off chance that it's a pedestal, this will get him set up for potentially a ice rod on pedestal pull. Which
yeah. That would be interesting for sure.
Alright, TGH is going through this wizard room. Gets all the wizards done in one cycle. That looked very clean to me.
Yeah. The popos, on the other hand, were a little bit less kind.
Yeah, that's the only unfortunate part of that room, but at least you didn't have to wait on those wizard ropes.
So I wonder if we're going to finally see a little bit of divergence here.
It looks like it. eLmaGus looks to be heading to Ice Palace.
Yep. So there's a few items that eLmaGus is going to have to miss without having the hammer. And he'll also not be able to do Cold Stare. But there's at least a couple of items that he could potentially pick up here.
Yes, and there is no chance of hammer at pedestal with Swamp House being the third and final green pendant. He also can't be on Sarsaparilla.
No, with it being the green pendant, you're right. Oh, so far, Myers still hasn't come up with any item yet. Sorry, you're saying?
It is interesting, though, that they're not doing Palace of Darkness with its 5 items.
Yeah, definitely interesting decision. We'll have to ask them when we talk to them.
I think I see why, and it's just because it's very out of the way, although with the Aga Portal, it's not as bad as it would be with Titan's Mitts.
True.
But it is the most item-dense location. I would absolutely have gone there, despite the travel time. But there's the hammer and Mire!
Oh, wow. Okay.
TGH with the read!
That was amazingly well read.
And he's gonna nope out and go straight to what I believe will be the Palace of Darkness now.
Yep, Palace of Darkness is next. It could be a little bit of time before eLmaGus dips into Missouri Mire.
Yeah, that was just... I'm stunned. That was just a giant play that TGH pulled out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge gamble, but I've seen enough of these seeds where required progression has been in pendant dungeons. So It's definitely a smart move on his part. I can see why he did it. It's just a hard play to make when there's only 2 items in Misery Mire.
Now, there is one instance in which the spice cheats, but it's only slight. And that is if the ice rod's on the pedestal. That is all we are looking for right now, and it could be anywhere besides Trinex.
It can go all the way up to Trinex, but not beyond Trinex. That ice rod is so spicy sometimes.
And we are seeing a hover from TGH.
Oh man.
Show it off for the crowd a bit.
Wow. That is not an easy task.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, one of the more difficult ones, isn't it? Having to change directions like twice?
That's wild.
And once again, shows to his execution as well. And then done. Meanwhile, eLmaGus getting a heart container in the big chest here, but no hammer, has to nope out. Doesn't look like he found anything important either.
Yeah, he picked up as much as he could. Okay, Misery Mire is the next play for eLmaGus.
This is good. This will get him his hammer. He has not lost too much time.
That is, yeah. He's only going to be about half a dungeon behind, I think. Oh no, he hasn't done Desert Palace yet.
Oh. This is going to get interesting here.
Yeah. I don't think he's checked the first half of Desert Palace. He's just going straight to Lemless.
And a very nice hammer yum from TGH. Looks like he used the hookshot there as a measuring stick of sorts to make sure he was on the right pixel.
Wow. Interesting strategy for sure. I haven't seen anything noteworthy. Oh, well, never mind.
That's a double. Alright, so you have the book. Do you check the pedestal just to make sure that it's not on ice rod?
Possibly, yeah. Before having to go through all the other dungeons.
Yeah, I would say that would be a fairly safe play to make, although it is out of the way.
It is. Luckily, they have the flute, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, and if he goes to check pedestal, he can then set up to do the Smith loop, check bombos, and then go into swamp. If he thinks that swamp has the ice rod.
True, yeah.
And if it's even there, that just lines up perfectly. eLmaGus, though, is going into I almost said Skull Woods there. No. Misery Mire, that is where the hammer is. He will be getting it. It is in the big chest for those who missed it.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, you know what? I'm calling it now. I'm gonna guess that Ice Rod is somewhere in Swamp Palace.
I'm gonna go the classic Ice Rod on Laser Bridge.
Oh yeah.
Because it's an old one, but a good one. Two Cycle Turtles, pretty average.
Yeah, definitely good. Didn't lose any hearts.
Yep, and now it's time for Helmasaur King. 17 hammer strikes to the mask, or 6 bombs. Take your preference. And then, well, in the case of this, we can just let loose 1 silver arrow. Get tagged by one of those multi-directional fireballs. comes the arrow. Quick and clean.
Awesome.
But only 20 rupees on Helmsar King, so we are still looking for that ice rod. Remind me, B-Links, did we ever find the second item in Misery Mire, or did TGH just nope out immediately after finding the hammer?
He left before finding the second item.
So, if eLmaGus makes the gamble to check Vitreous, and Vitreous has the ice rod, that puts him in the not only in Gomo, but a definitive lead, and we will have a Game 3.
Yeah, that would be amazing. We have TGH, though, going over. It looks like we might be seeing a pedestal check.
Nope, it's going to be
never mind.
South Shore. Or the Smith Loop, rather.
Yeah, the Smith Loop first.
And inside the cutscene chest, arrow
Yes.
booster. So it's not, the ice rod is not in Misery Mire. The hammer is, but not the ice rod.
Yeah, that was the second item that we've seen.
So TGH is going to check hammer pegs. This is something eLmaGus didn't do when doing the Smith Loop. This could be ice rod.
Very much so, yep.
Is it, though? No, it's the net.
Oh, and he's just gonna leave it behind?
I mean, it's not that useful without the magic powder, in all honesty.
Oh yeah. I forgot they don't have the powder.
There's the hammer, though, for eLmaGus, and he's immediately noping out. Now the question is, where does eLmaGus go next? Pull out the flute.
Back to Ice Palace?
Back to Ice Palace, finishing what he started.
Yep.
And TGH is not going to check Bombos. Or at least not set up to check Bombos or Swamp.
That's definitely an interesting decision.
And flying away is also heading into ice. So if the ice rod's here, we have a race. And eLmaGus will have a slight... Actually, I can't tell if they will have a lead, because they've cleared different dungeons. But the ones that eLmaGus still needs to do, he can go mode.
Yeah, if Ice Rod is here, the gap between these two will have just completely disintegrated.
Yeah, the only advantage TGH has over eLmaGus is Piles of Darkness. So depending on where that big key was, TGH only has maybe about a minute advantage, I'd say.
Yeah, that's about right. Maybe 2 minutes. 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Because Turtle Rock, both runners are going to have the same Turtle Rock. Because you can't exactly speed that one up.
No, you can't.
We know that TGH at least had the big key before he went into the back half. Because he did Hammer Young. Almost as soon as he got to that crumbling bridge. So it won't be that long if eLmaGus has the Ice Rod and Go mode.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely.
Alright, Penguin Bowling, nice strike. Dophos reforming right on top of eLmaGus. Takes a minor hit. There's the ice rod! eLmaGus is in go mode!
Oh my god, no! Oh, I can't believe that just
TGH
happened!
But TGH is heading there right now! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a race!
Oh man, we do have a race! This is so cool!
Ice Rod and Ice Palace.
Oh
Man,
my
what
goodness.
is... This thing was cold.
Oh man, it was cold as ice! Oh.
And we know that Big Key in Palace of Darkness is relatively early on because of TGH. So it really depends on how fast eLmaGus clears it. Here we go, Cold Stare. Classic setup. I believe eLmaGus just used the wall stat poke there to buffer in his spin. Very nicely executed, and something to note, that was a small key, so this dungeon was Samaria locked. Although not that it matters, that is our fifth crystal for eLmaGus, 6 crystal total. As TGH is about to go come collect it. eLmaGus just needs to go mode. Palace of Darkness, and then both runners have to go to Turtle Rock. And we're seeing that TGH is actually in the lead by about maybe a minute. But this is really close. It could come down to a left-right gamble.
Yeah, it definitely is not over yet.
Yes. The one advantage eLmaGus has is that he doesn't have to full clear your pod. He just has to find the big key and go straight to Helmasaur. And that will save him a couple minutes over TGH. Alright, so TGH is on his way up to Turtle Rock here. And that big key was on the Bullock shaft. It had to have been. So it's going to be the last place eLmaGus looks.
Yeah.
And it is Vanilla Quake to enter Turtle Rock. If eLmaGus actually went for the full go mode here in Palace of Darkness, he would have actually saved a bit of time. But, well, it's Randomizer. You don't know where that big key is. Yeah, eLmaGus is just bleeding time here, unfortunately. He knows the big key now has to be here on this bowlock path. But he's wasted a good 2 or 3 minutes checking the back half. Alright, change that room now. And there was the big key for eLmaGus.
Yeah, so he's got the back half here to finish up.
Meanwhile, TGH is working his way over to the big key chest. I don't know if we've actually picked up the big key here in Turtle Rock, so he might have to use his key here. Oh, apparently we have. I've seen TGH going to check the big key chest. This is smart because if it is a small key, he can skip Laser Bridge. But failing that, it's also a checkpoint in case things go horribly wrong. There's our magic powder, though, so he is now... TGH, I'd say, gonna feel super safe now.
Yeah, having that magic powder is definitely a good thing. Although he's only lost 2 hearts at this point.
Yeah, it'll help with the tower ascent, though. He can be admittedly fairly reckless with his ascent. And we will be seeing Laser Bridge. Alright, there's the 6th crystal for eLmaGus. TGH is close to getting his 7th crystal, actually. And because we actually won't have a lot of time, I'm going to go ahead and explain the game we like to play so much. That's real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, we of course have the big key guessing game. 22 chests in Ganon's Tower. Hold them your guesses for the time being. But when we go into start approaching Ganon's Tower, give us a number there and tell us what chest you think has our big key for Ganon's Tower. And if you are a supporter to the Speed Gaming family networks, be it through 250 bits or more, or subscription, you're eligible for our leaderboards in which we are keeping track of how many times you have guessed correctly. So we're going to officially start the game here when we see the sword spin from TGH as he defeats Trinex.
So it seems as if just as Trinex dies on TGH's side, eLmaGus will be going right into Turtle Rock.
Yes, I explained it early because, honestly,
it's gonna be fast.
yeah, we don't have much time. We have maybe about 30 seconds between Trinex's death and him entering Ganon's Tower. And as Trinex falls for TGH, eLmaGus is entering Turtle Rock. Literally a dungeon separating these two, and there's the mirror shield!
Oh man, that's good. I love it.
And the guesses have been released. Get them in quick, folks. You have maybe, like I said, about 30 seconds to get your guesses in, and we're gonna give you a little bit more time. We'll wait until we see TGH goes downstairs before we close the game. So, B-Links, where do you think the big key will be?
I like to see it whatever chest number 12 is.
Chest 12, alright. I personally like seeing it in the compass chest specifically, but today I want to see a jet at Ganon's tower. Let's have it be in chest 2. Hopefully.
Oh, okay. Make it a fast climb of Ganon's tower.
Yep.
I almost got excited with eLmaGus just finding the big key. Oh, that was fast, but never mind. That's Turtle Rock.
Yeah, and we only had a compass and a small key in the Hope Room. Moving on to the torch. This is item number 3, even if we don't pick it up. And it's 20 rupees. We're going to Feasting Bob if we get that far in. Alright. 4, 5, 6, and 7 here in the Stalfos room. Small key. 10 arrow booster as we get a small key in the change room for eLmaGus. Another small key for TGH. And 3 bombs. We are moving on. So this will be number 8 in the map room, also known as the Twin Firebar room. Only a bomb booster there. It looks like 12 will be Rando room today.
eLmaGus ended up getting bunnied.
Yes, it does have the small key. TGH is in the Fire Snake room. This is where chest number 9 is. And it is our big key.
Okay, so we don't have to go through random room.
And I'm noticing now in chat, what will be the winner of this match's future opponent, GamerCal. Looks like GamerCal's a little worried. But congratulations to Iheticus being the first Silver Sword to guess 9. Let us go ahead and save those results. And there you go. Everyone who has guessed correctly is there. And wow! I have Raven's 10 on a streak of 18. That's just impressive.
That's pretty amazing.
But what's also impressive is the gauntlet here. TGH already making short work of the first room. This is arguably the hardest room in the gauntlet, this triple Stalfos. Gets through relatively cleanly.
I hate the ice. The ice is awful.
Third Zach room cleared. And we have a fairy in a bottle too, so there's no way TGH can die.
That is true, and I think he still might have that blue goo. I know eLmaGus used the blue goo, but TGH still has it.
Yeah, also has a red goo, so definitely feeling safe.
And a green goo. I'm pretty sure I saw one as well.
The third bottle was unfortunately a B.
Oh, the bee! Oh, I can't forget about a bee.
Alright. Stalfos rooms, very, very nice execution practice if you're learning the randomizer. So simple in concept, but actually fairly tricky to pull off cleanly. But TGH doing its textbook here.
Same with eLmaGus's Trinex fight as well.
Yeah, both runners having very nice rooms here. And Trinex is down for eLmaGus as we are on the Moldorm floor for TGH. Not even bothering to pound on the anti-fairies here. It's going to take the magic refill and go. And are we going to see it? Yes, we are. TGH is hovering.
Oh, man. If he falls, okay, that was good.
TGH is through. Does not have to fight Molder 2. We will not be seeing the last possession from him. Which is good. Why would you loot Molder's last possession? It's his. Leave it be. Alright, Aga 2 time. Same fight as we saw earlier. It's just there's 3 of them, and they all shoot, and the cones shoot orange shots.
That was 2 or 3?
That was a double.
That was a double, okay.
That, unfortunately, was none.
Oh, that was none. I saw 1, I thought, but I could be wrong. I blinked.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got caught and missed all 3 shots on that second phase.
Yeah. But that was 3.
That one was unfortunately a double because the wall ate the 3rd shot!
Oh, okay. Cool. So they finished off
Yes,
Agahnim 2.
Yes, Aga 2 is down, and now it's time to fight the pig. Tempered sword and silver arrows.
Should be a breeze.
Yep, 12 slashes for the first 2 phases, or 6 spins. After which they'll advance to phase 3, in which they have to hit him once as after he's done teleporting. Has to do this 4 times total. And then with the silvers in hand and the lights on, 1 slash to stun, 4 silver arrows will end this run for TGH. eLmaGus checking right side, not finding anything there. And doing some dash strats here. Getting in those hits in phase 2. And we're in a phase 3. This is the teleporting phase. Those teleports are fixed, but if TGH falls, it'll be a different set of teleports. And Ganon is not playing nice in this second attack.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible when he teleports so much.
I think I've seen a sub of a time that was actually really good, a sub 2, get lost because of them. And yes, we do have the silver arrows as Ganon. Nice torch glitch setup from across the room. This looks like a double. Triple even!
Wow, that was a good triple.
And with that...
Wow, textbook finish.
Yep. GG's in chat for TGH, the winner of Game 2 and this series. He will move on to face GamerCal, and we will have a Round 6 Switch rematch.
That's going to be hype.
Yes, and we have an official SR TV time for TGH, finishing with a time of 1:28:11.
That is amazing. eLmaGus picking up his master big key. And is going to head up the gauntlet.
That's right. This will be eLmaGus' final match in the tournament here, but even if he's not paying attention, shows you his dedication to the craft. He's not going to end his tournament on a low note. He is going to finish the seed.
Yeah, very commendable, and also good practice to do Ganon's tower.
And we'll be getting TGH in here for an interview shortly. This entire series was really good. Unfortunately, and this could have also very well have been in eLmaGus' favor if his gambles paid off. Sadly, it was not the case today. In either race.
Yeah, TGH's gamble has paid off well, though.
This scene was arguably just pretty straightforward. It was just a pretty rough hammer troll that tripped over our runners, but not for very long.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it really could have. I think the scene could have been a fair bit different if eLmaGus had the hammer first and then dipped. There was a lot of time eLmaGus could have made up here, but again, he didn't choose the. His gambles just didn't pay off. So the only thing we didn't see in this seed was the gold sword and the cane of Burna.
Yeah, that's true. They could have... I'm trying to think of where they could have been.
Probably on the pedestal, probably on...
They could have been behind Ice Armos.
Could have been behind Ice Armos. Could have been behind the book. We never actually used the book at all.
True, yeah.
And we are joined by TGH. Congratulations on your win, sir. Finishing not just game 1, but this entire series. And it looks like he's having some mic issues. And Moldar's last position has been checked. It is 20 rupees. We'll see about getting his mic sorted out here in just a little bit. All right, can you hear us now, TGH?
Yes. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to reset some Discord stuff.
All right, well, once again, congratulations on winning not just Game 1, but this entire series. You will now be advancing to have your rematch with GamerCal.
Yes.
In this tournament. And, well, walk us through both these seeds here. The first one was fairly straightforward, although it was kind of trolling you with an Aga bait, but you did not take that bait, and I commend you for that. Second one, no way around it. This was Aga required.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, I felt like these were two seeds that I kind of got a little bit lucky with. They both played in my playstyle pretty well. No complaints at all. I don't know. Like I feel like avoiding pod in the first match was it was a little bit of a risk because the logic was strongly pointing there, but I didn't want to waste my time in a pendant dungeon if I didn't have to, so I decided to do other stuff first.
Yes.
Other than that, everything was very comfortable for me personally. My hatred for double dipping dungeons kind of saved me in the second race. I didn't want to enter ice with the hammer, and so I figured I'd do Mire instead. Found the hammer, and it was pretty much pretty free from there, pretty free seed from there.
Yeah, unfortunately, eLmaGus did dip the ice palette.
Yeah, I heard. It's a tough decision, in that case, it's almost a 50-50, and it's basically a coin flip.
Yeah, but both these seeds were fairly straightforward as far as the routing goes. And we are joined by eLmaGus. Now, your race is not quite done yet on our end, but GG to you as well.
GG.
Yo, GG, dude.
GG, man. Look at me go. Oh, yeah.
All right, well, there you go, folks. GG's once again to eLmaGus, as well as to you, TGH. Both of you putting on a strong show here. Here, let me go ahead and just real quick make this official, and we'll get right back to the interview. eLmaGus finishing with an official SRTV time of 1:34.53. But yeah, we were just talking, eLmaGus, that these two seeds were fairly straightforward. First one was a sword start, and not only that, you guys had like pretty much a mini arsenal starting that seed, and they tried to bait you with Agus so hard, but both of you did not fall for that at all. Second seed, no way around it. It was Agahnim required, and then it came down to that hammer troll. Oh boy, that was real close.
Yeah, I mean, game one was definitely a bit weird, especially the start, but I made a lot of, I don't want to say bad decisions, but wrong decisions on that seed. Here, game two essentially came down to one decision at some point, and I made the wrong call, unfortunately. Ice did cost a lot of time, like just like running around there, going out, having to go back in, all that good stuff. But I mean, overall, I'm pretty happy, honestly, with how everything went. Game one, I think even if I don't clear pod, I will still lose, probably. Hard to say, really, but because I cleared pod, a lot of things went weirdly for me on that seed, so kind of a snowball effect there. Game two, if I go into Mire, be close, but yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
Am I correct in saying that powder was in pod in game one?
I
Or-
think it was. I'm
Yeah,
not
so that
100%.
led you to magic bat and stuff, so it definitely cost more time than the initial like pod dip. You know,
It had a lot of like stuff in there that led
Yeah.
to nothing, I believe. So yeah. And then like if you don't do that, you had a pretty straightforward seed, yeah. And looking back at it, you can see it obviously, but like
Yeah.
if you do the pod thing, you're like, okay, nothing here, so yeah, what now? And then I kind of snowballed from there. I tried to do a couple gambles here and there because, you know, I fell behind, but nothing worked out.
Yeah, and really, these two seeds were just fairly straightforward. You had all the medallions, so you didn't have to worry about medallion requirements at all when you got into those dungeons. It was just really just trolls in terms of where the items were. In this case, in the R seed today was the hammer. I believe in the last seed it was. What was it last seed?
I think it was the fire rod, wasn't it?
Yeah, fire was your go mode.
Oh yeah.
And fascinatingly enough, the fire rod was in the ice palace, so both of your go mode items ended up being in ice palace.
Yeah, that's why I went into ice. No, not really, but yeah, that was Ice Palace killed me. GG. I don't know.
But yeah, eLmaGus, unfortunately for you, your tournament life has ended, but there's quite a few things going on as well on the side here. I've even heard something involving some crystal shards.
Crystal shards, you say? Well,
Yes.
I do play some Final Fantasy occasionally, and I have a big race planned in August, so Final Fantasy V, that is, Forge Up Fiesta. If you're interested, check out forgeupfiesta.com. There's a lot of good stuff on there.
Yes. I do run the Fiesta, but I am super casual, but that will be a fairly interesting thing to watch. TG, as we know, you will be advancing to top 32, rematching once again against Gamer Cow. That should be a really exciting match.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
You better not lose. You better not lose.
I'll try my best.
But yeah, that's all I have in terms of questions here. This was just a great race and not serious as well. Real quick though, there is some more randomized races going to happen. Actually, started roughly a half an hour ago is Pink Kitty Rose versus Willard J. Bradley over on Speed Gaming the First. So this is going to be really good. That's going to be a really hype race. I'm going to go watch that immediately when I get it done here. And that's going to do it for us today in terms of Link to Vast randomized races. But we, of course, are on Speed Gaming too. Make sure to give us a follow here. Make sure to also give Speed Gaming the original follow, as well as Speed Gaming's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Not to mention these two runners. They also deserve follows. They put on an excellent series for us today. But we also have a German restream, a French restream, and a Spanish restream for or Speed Gaming as well. Make sure to give those a follow if you are, of course, in those languages. I believe there's also a live tournament going to happen as well for Link to the Past Randomizer.
That is correct. In September 23rd.
Yes. And if that's not enough randomizer action for you, we also do occasionally have some races restreamed over on a Link to the Past Randomizer and a Link to the Past Randomizer 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, 5 channels now over there. So, I just have one last question to you guys. Any final thoughts on this series in general?
It was one that I was definitely looking forward to, for sure. I have a lot of respect for eLmaGus. Obviously, it's a great runner of a lot of different games, and especially good at randomizer as well. So I was looking forward to it, and we had a couple really good races. So thank you, dude, and GG.
Yeah, I can only say the same, honestly. Was looking forward to this. Didn't quite pan out as well for me as it did for you, but still was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun in the tourney, and good luck to you, and you better win it all. You better win it all. I'll be watching.
Thank you, dude.
Yes, and I almost forgot to mention one thing here. Make sure to give B-Links here, my co-com, a follow, as well as Oddwalls, who was doing an excellent job keeping these items up to date for you as our tracker. But that about does it for us here, I think.
Yes,
yeah,
thank you.
Thank you guys for commentating as well, and for restream and tracker as well. Everybody who puts this on, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. The viewers as well.
Yeah, so
thank you guys very much.
From all of us here at the Link to the Past Randomizer community, I have been WolfLink0270. See you all next time, and thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.